What rhymes with tux?
Lux.
Oh my god, that's the episode that we're previewing today, Connor.
How you doing? Just open up my sody water.
That's so good, mate.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Today we are previewing this weekend's episode of Doctor Who.
Lux.
That being Lux, lovely lady Lux.
The God of Light.
That's it. So we're going to be talking about like final theories. We'll go through the synopsis, no spoilers. And then we'll finish things up with our crystal ball predictions for the episode. Does that sound good to you, Connor?
Yeah, you better do it at home.
You
the
better.
crystal ball.
Well, play along at home.
Yes, I can see you. I can see what you're doing.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. Let's get into
50%, cat.
Go.
Feel free to write down your predictions down below as well, because we could chat with you guys, see what you all think is going to happen in this episode and what you think of our predictions too.
I think they're shite.
I think there is shite.
That's what people say.
I think
Biggest
you don't
load
know
of
what you're talking
shit
about.
I've ever heard in my life. You guys are a disgrace to YouTube.
The Lux is season 2, episode 2. The Doctor's quest to get Belinda home takes the TARDIS to Miami in 1952,
Whoa.
where an abandoned cinema is hiding a terrifying secret. Can the Doctor uncover Lux's power? The episode is 43 minutes long. It's quite a short one.
Too short.
That is bordering on too short. I don't want us getting to Mando territory where it's like 35-minute episodes.
Is this like a minute longer than the Cold War?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Christ.
Cold War's 42. I don't have a problem as long as they're above 40. We start going below 40, I'm a bit like, oh, this is some Daleks mission to the unknown kind of thing.
Have you ever been to Miami?
Miami. I've been to Florida a few times. Not Miami though.
No,
I've seen the Florida Project.
I've been to I've been to Florida.
Wait, is Miami in Florida?
Yeah,
Miami Beach? Or is that in LA?
Florida. No, Orlando and Florida. They're like 3-hour drive from each other. We took a big bus.
Wait, so Miami is in Orlando?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong.
Wait,
Someone's
besides
gonna correct me.
Florida?
Miami and Orlando.
I've been to Disney
Miami,
Park.
Florida is the same place.
Yeah, I think Miami's not far from...
No, you went to Universal Studios and stuff.
Yeah.
In Orlando. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was close to it.
All right, you came in for the Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah, and
you
you've
stayed
gone
for the...
for geographic stuff. You've been close to it, and I've been there.
I'm just going to cough off mic for a second. Connor, sing.
Hello, everybody!
I smashed a burrito before doing this podcast, and sometimes it's a bit
Nice.
spicy.
Nice.
Makes me a little coffee.
Nice little coffee and a little burrito.
The episode stars Shooty Gatwa.
Gatwa?
Without
Who?
a see-through. Oh my God. I'm so mad that I messed that up all the time. Alan Cumming is back in Doctor Who as
Okay.
Mr. Ring-a-ding-dong-ding-a-dong. We have Reginald Pye as Linus Roche, played by Linus Roche. Newsreader by Ian Shaw. A mix between Ian Chesterton and Liz Shaw. And then a bunch of other guest casts that you won't
We'll
really
come
know
to know to love.
much about.
Come to know and love them all.
Just names like Sunshine Sally. That's a very Russell T Davies name.
Like
And
Mustang
of course,
and Sally off Black Ops Zombies.
Miss Flood is also there. Anita Dobson. We knew she's going to be in every episode of the season. They already
He just
confirmed
loves casting like older actresses as like mysterious women, doesn't he?
that. Yeah. Mysterious guy. This episode is written by Russell T Davies and directed by Amanda Brocchi, who we know. She's a Vic lady. She's from Australia. So good to see an Australian in the director's chair.
Nice.
Has that happened before? We've had Australian writers, producers.
Marilyn Monroe. No.
But have we
Rona
had-
Monroe, sorry.
Have we had an Australian director?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. Amanda Hugginkiss.
What are you talking about?
Amanda Hugginkiss.
Who are you talking about?
Amanda Hugginkiss.
Who's this?
What do you mean, who's this?
Who are you talking about?
Amanda Hugginkiss.
What is he
It's a
talking about?
meme. A man to hug and kiss. Amanda.
Oh my God.
How did you not know that? It's like a prank call thing. Amanda Hugginkiss.
It's a bit of a Mike Hunt kind of situation.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, glad we did that. And obviously, yeah, Russell back in the writer's chair.
Homie doesn't leave. What do you mean he's back? He doesn't leave.
So I think the general vibe for this episode, I guess, predictions for the plot.
Me?
I guess from both of us.
The TARDIS lands in Miami,
Well, we did
Florida.
read the synopsis, and it does say that.
All right,
But
so
what's going on? What's going on at this theater? What's happening?
I don't know. All right, but
I'm
I
so
think-
glad we're doing this podcast.
I think that so obviously something happens from Belinda being like, "Get me home," and then they're dancing in the TARDIS and they're going, they go, "Woohoo, let's go outside!" And then there's a theater. It's going to open. Cold open's going to be Mr. Ring-a-Ding coming out. I think they say like 15 people have gone missing. That's what happens with that.
Yeah, that'll be the cold open, right? The
Yes.
it'll be an audience going into the cinema,
Yeah.
and the Mr. Ring-a-Ding coming out.
Yeah.
Enter
Yes.
animated title sequence.
Oh,
We'll go
interesting.
into the screen.
That-
an animated title.
That would be pretty cool. I like that. That would have cost a pretty penny, so I appreciate that. And then there's a scene in a diner, and they go, "People are missing. People are dying. People are dying." And they
people
go
are
in.
dying.
They go to investigate the theater. They get chucked into the cartoon. I'm not sure how long they're going to be in the cartoon for, because obviously money. But
money. Costs money to animate.
then I think they come out, and then they defeat Mrs. Ring-a-Ding, Mister.
Mr. Ring-a-Ding. Well, I have a curveball. I mostly agree with that kind of vibe. I do have a curveball to throw at you. The synopsis ends with, "Can the Doctor uncover Lux's power?"
Right, the power of light.
So Lux is supposed to be the god of light. So is Mr. Ring-a-Ding and Lux, are we looking at two different people? Is Mr. Ring-a-Ding like a harbinger kind of situation?
I don't know.
And then there's actually like a separate actor playing the god.
Maybe, because there is a line in the trailer where it's like the movie just keeps playing. So maybe it's being possessed by the god of light.
I'm looking for like a H. Bringer in the credits list, like a harbinger.
Didn't that little shit not get an ending in Devil's Cord?
No,
maybe
that
he
fucker-
just ran off.
That fucker's still around. He was looking through that door like, "I'll be back, bitches."
Maybe he's here. Maybe.
I reckon he is actually. I reckon he's in this one.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon 10 out of 10 chance.
Dude, do you reckon that
if
would be
he's not
so good?
if he's not in this episode, I will run a 5K run listening to There's Only a Twist in the End.
You love doing that.
There's always a twist
You
in the
do that
end.
in your free time anyway.
That's true. But I'll run 5Ks listening to only that.
Christ. We ain't any proof that you actually do it. You might.
Oh yeah, I'll do
You
a
might
TikTok.
sneak on a cheeky.
I'll do a TikTok.
Okay. I was wrong about this kid being in it. It's going to be such a niche thing to bring up.
The only way I
Remember
can
this
prove
kid
it.
from Devil's Court?
The only way I can prove it is if I blast it out loud while I start running. Can you imagine just people walking around? There's always a twist in the end.
You know what? People don't need to hear that.
they
I
don't.
think.
They
I
don't.
hate that song so
So do I,
much
but I'll-
with a passion.
I'll listen to it if he's not in this episode. How about
Well,
that?
maybe he is. That I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Are you excited for this episode?
Yes. Yes. This is the start of a streak, Aiden.
Oh,
Of excitement.
that confident in it.
And also good episodes. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. How can you get this wrong? It doesn't. It kind of gives me the stuff that I feel like I really enjoyed about Devil's Cord. I say really enjoy. I don't really like that episode, but it does have. This one seems to have the same kind of vibe, but I think I'm going to enjoy this one a lot more. I don't like musicals. All right. I think the whole animated sequence could be really fun, and it's quite unique, and we've never seen anything like it before. So
Yeah.
what
I agree.
about you?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I sort of have Devil's Cord fatigue, where it's like it looks very similar stylistically. The costumes look quite similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a historical that's going to be tackling another one of the gods, so it's very similar to that episode, and we know that they have replicated their one shot at the start of the episode as well. So I'm sort of like going into it going, I reckon it's similar to Devil's Cord. I think it's going to be in a kind of good kind of shit for me, but I hope, and I think there's a good chance it could be in a fun and flirty.
Right. So it's either second highest or second lowest.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not confident enough to say I think it's going to be a best of the best,
Okay.
but I don't think it's an ass by any means.
How long do you reckon we'll see them in the animation for?
Like you said, it costs money, a lot of money to make these animated sequences.
Money.
So especially the style of animation that they've done, it's like actually hand drawn.
Yeah.
unless they've done like AI or some shit. I doubt it.
No.
So yeah, I reckon it's going to be maybe like a 3 or 4 minute sequence. As long as we get like a couple more sets, animated sets than we see in the trailer. Like I'd hate if it was just like one little scene. Like I want a couple more sets. Then I'll be happy. I think it'll be awesome if they go in for a few minutes and they come out and then it's like the final sequence. There's like all sorts of animated things coming out and maybe people jumping into the animation again and it gets really creative with how that looks. Similar to how, you know, Jinx Monsoon, what was that character called? Maestro was, you know, having all the music notes and playing instruments. I'd love like an animated version of that. And I think an animated version of that actually works better than what the Devil's Core was because music notes fine through the areas like, okay. And then somehow animation just works better in my mind as being like, as making sense a bit more.
Yeah, me too though. Yeah.
Because you see animation, you don't see music, I guess.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm really keen to see what Alan Cummins does as well.
Oh yeah, good to have him back.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see his performance. I think that for everything I've heard so far, I'm beaming at you. You know, it's kind of it sounds really cool. It sounds really cool.
Okay.
And he's a big name to get, and it's cool that he's come back.
Yeah, please
come
back.
Crazy to think that he was in the Jodie episode.
Yeah, Russell went up to him and said, "Please come back."
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It looks really cool. Like, and it doesn't look shit. Like the actual effects look awesome. Yeah, like the design looks great. I think I'm going to really enjoy the episode. I hope I do. I don't want to leave it thinking it is shit. I think everything that I disliked about Devil's Core I'm not going to have here. I think so. I have a good feeling about it. I think it looks really fun.
I don't think the world can take it if I put another episode in the ass section on the whiteboard. So
no, that would be world shattering.
Yes. So I hope to Christ that I don't have to do that.
Yeah. No, I'm actually pretty keen for it. I do think it has the potential of being like one of my favorites of the series for me.
I bloody hope so.
And I love like old cinemas and stuff. It's a really cool vibe.
Yeah, it does sound a bit spooky, which is cool. Although very reminiscent of it Comes from the Rain, the tortured
episode. Yeah, I keep getting that vibe. I feel like no one's mentioned that at all.
Oh, I've seen a bit of that on Twitter.
Oh, well, fucking hell. They've been picking my brain then, obviously.
But it'll be nice because I think it's like, I think something I've been thinking about is how like the Whittaker era, I actually enjoy the vibe of the Whittaker era. Not all the time, but I guess generally speaking, a little bit more than the vibe, the slightly goofier, childish vibe of this era. Yeah. Like the Whittaker era was definitely goofy and cringe at times.
It felt darker.
But it did take itself seriously.
Yeah.
You know, like the episode where they walk away at the end of the dividing of the... why is the name of the episode escaping me? Demons of the Punjab.
Right.
Like there's like these really grounded storylines in most of the episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping that we get a bit more
as
of that.
well was very heavy.
Yeah. And there's like fun ones in between, but even then I feel like they're still grounded.
No, yeah, you're right.
And this episode to me, I feel like could go one way or the other. So we'll see. I'm hoping for a bit more of a grounded episode. A bit more of a dark, because I also thought they pitched this season as a darker season, and other than some scenes being set at nighttime, I don't think the premiere was awfully dark.
No,
so I'm keen for us to like let's get into that.
I think that's more next week, but yeah, I hope this episode's like darker.
Maybe
as well,
it can like
just
scary. Coerce us into the darker. You know, it'll be like a middle ground before we get to the darkest episode of all
Doctor
time.
Who ever.
Wow.
No, but I think that's definitely something that I could see kids being scared of, like something coming out of the TV.
Yeah.
Coming to kill them. Like I could definitely see kids getting scared by that. Maybe
like, you
even
kids, you could be scared of us coming out of this TV.
I'm beaming at you.
We're beaming at you. Connor, are you feeling a bit psychic?
Yes.
I want some yes or no answers from you, buddy. It's time for our crystal ball predictions. Will this be? Did you just break my chair?
I smacked the thing behind me.
Oh, poor Connor. Will this be a scary episode, Connor? Predict.
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I think there might be a scary sequence, but yeah. Will we find out more of Belinda's backstory?
Yeah.
I'll say yes, but I still think I'm not going to get as much as I want.
What really is there more to find out, though?
Well, like, what is her life at home?
Oh, you mean that? Okay.
Like, what's going on? Will we find out more of the Doctor's story from between season 1 and 2? Because it does sound like there's been... That we didn't really talk about this in the review, but it sounds like he's had some kind of thing go on between the seasons. Like he met this random man that said he needs to find Belinda. Like he's kind of halfway through an adventure when we join into him in the Robot Revolution.
Yeah, I saw a theory that it's actually the Doctor himself that sent him back because the Belinda is the Doctor, the next Doctor.
That is so Stephen Moffat, and also not true.
It might happen. You never know. You never know.
Oh, the shed. The shed was our memory of
The TARDIS.
It's the same
Yeah, I
energy.
think we could. No.
I don't think we're going to find out more.
No, I
either.
say no.
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 Not yet. And will we get an animated title sequence?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we got the musical one
hope
for Devil's Cord.
I'll be elite. Will there be a random anagram reveal? I should have saved the TARDIS shed thing for this one.
What is Mr. Ring-a-Ding?
Yeah. Mr. Ring-a-Ding, Ring-a-Rani.
Oh my god. No, I don't think so. I think the anagrams can go for a little bit of a break, you know.
I reckon there's a Harbinger one in there. And
Please,
last
God,
one,
no.
Last one, Connor, please fill me with some optimism here.
Yes.
Are you going to enjoy this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so.
Fingers crossed.
I want to. I'm keen to
want to.
watch it in my room at 3 p.m. with like some like dark, like no lighting, and be like, oh,
There's
ah,
I hate doing this podcast when we don't like an episode.
I know, it sucks.
Like sometimes we can have a laugh and we can exaggerate it and it's a bit funny. But generally speaking, I feel much better putting out an episode where we are frothing over an episode. So I'm hoping we can get a few of these.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit grim at the moment, but you know, I'm keen to get some good episodes out. You know,
Yeah, baby.
hopefully it gets more than 2 million views. Well, it tends to drop off after the opening.
I think we might get below 2 mil. But hey, the TV climate's changing, guys. It's okay, right?
The TV, the man just came out of the TV.
Whenever you decide to watch it on Saturday, whether it's in the morning or if you're at work, maybe in the evening after a few pinty winties of Guinness, or a Sunday morning hungover and a little bit dusty.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy Lux. And we'll be there to review it on Sunday afternoon. So Sunday morning in the UK.
With you, always.
With them.
Well,
are they on the pod?
we're a part of their homes, you know.
Yeah, put us into your homes. Put us on the
Hello.
telly.
Hello. Someone's going to think someone's at the door or something. Hello, let me
What,
in.
are you saying that the audience is...
Yeah, someone's partner's going to be like, is someone at the door?
Your jokes are ridiculous today. I'm not on the
Good
same
or
page
bad?
as you.
Good or bad?
Just the
Terrible.
worst. Just the all-time terrible jokes.
Terrible's pretty harsh.
All right, fine. I'll just say bad.
Terrible's pretty harsh.
I'm putting you in the ass section of
Right,
the
my
whiteboard.
jokes are ass.
You're going in the ass section of the
Right,
whiteboard.
thank you.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Goodbye.
It's Aiden and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who previews. We're doing Doctor Who previews. Do. I do.
I knew you were going to pick me up on that.
Yeah, because you always say reviews, and we're doing previews.
It's just like it's a reflex. I can't help it.
No, but it's like doing the animated title sequence. We gotta shake it up.
That's if it happens.